In November 2025, we had a limited number of grab-and-go kits available on a first-come, first-served basis to decorate a small wooden planter for fall. This video will show you how to use the supplies in that kit to decorate a planter just like this one. If you were able to pick up one of our kits, it includes a blank wood planter with floral foam. The designs for this kit we cut into stencil vinyl, so you should have 4 pieces of vinyl and 4 pieces of transfer tape, orange acrylic chalk paint, and a foam brush. Not included in your kit is a paper clip or a safety pin. You're going to use this to get your stencil vinyl prepared. And not included in your kit is flowers to put in your planter. The first step is to get our stencil vinyl prepared to put on our wood planter. If you look very closely at your stencil vinyl, you will see little lines where our Cricut and Silhouette cutting machines have cut a design into the vinyl. Since we are treating this as a stencil for painting, we need to remove the letters and design so we can paint them in. To do this, we're going to use a paper clip or a safety pin. You are going to poke the letters so you can start peeling them up and peel off with your finger. When you're done removing the letters, you should have pieces that look like this. The white parts are the parts we're going to paint. The pieces that you peeled off can go in the garbage. Once you removed the letters and the stencil vinyl, you are ready to get this transferred onto the surface of the wood planter. The best way to do that is using the transfer tape. This is large pieces of tape with a grid pattern to help you align your design. You want to take the tape and stick it directly over the entire stencil vinyl. We are then going to take this tape and peel it and put it on our wood planter. Once you have the transfer tape on the vinyl, you are ready to place your wood planter on your table with the side you want to decorate. Peel that stencil vinyl. You should have the stencil vinyl stuck to the transfer tape. You're going to line up your design on the surface of your planter. Apply pressure. And then we want to remove the transfer tape so we can paint in the design. The best way to do this is to bend the transfer tape at 180 degrees. Push the corner of your vinyl down with your finger and pull across your transfer tape. Now that we've transferred the stencil vinyl, we are ready to paint. Before you start painting, just make sure there's no air bubbles along your designs. You are going to take your foam brush and you are going to paint in those designs. This is acrylic chalk paint. It's an acrylic paint that is smooth, so it helps fill in and paint really easily. It's beginner friendly. We recommend doing 2 coats. So apply 1 coat, let it dry about 30 minutes to an hour, and apply a 2nd coat, and then peel your stencil vinyl. The last step is to peel the stencil off. You want to make sure you wait a full 24 hours for your coats of paint to dry. If you do not wait long enough, you will smudge your paint and ruin it like I did on this one. So wait a full 24 hours, and then you're gonna peel your stencil off very gently. We do not want to chip the paint as we take the stencil off. You also want to be as gentle as you can so it doesn't chip the paint, the white paint, off your planter. Once you get the main part of the stencil off, you have to go back and get the parts inside the letters. You can use your fingernails or your safety pin to do this. Again, just be very gentle so you don't chip the paint. I finished peeling the rest of the stencils, so here's what my other sides look like. If you notice any chipping of the orange paint, like I accidentally scratched my H, you should have left over orange paint that you can use with a small brush or a toothpick to fix these kinds of blemishes. And you are all set to put some flowers in and use this in your home this season.